First up with this 20-minute kettlebell workout, we've got an offset squat, 8 reps per side. The kettlebell should maintain contact with your forearm, your bicep, and have a straight wrist. And don't let the weight of the kettlebell pull you off to one side. We're aiming for full squat depth, knees pushing to the outside, heels stay on the floor. Next up, we're going to single arm swings, alternating arms, 8 per arm. We want to hinge the swing, small bend in the knees, big hinge at the hip. Don't overarch your back at the top, and don't round your upper back either. The next exercise is going to be double hand overhead swings, and let's go. Overhead, nice and high, 8 reps. We're going to go straight from these overhead swings into some powerful deadstop swings. We're going to drive the hips and put the brakes on the kettlebell before it reaches your collarbone height. And let's go, dead stops. So you're putting a lot of power into the kettlebell and then pulling back down on the handle to slow it down before it reaches collarbone height. All right, up to your chest, we're going reverse lunges, alternating legs. We're doing 8 per leg. Make sure that front knee isn't caving to the inside. We want a nice low lunge. If you've got a soft enough surface, you can tap your back leg on the floor. The reason we're doing reverse lunges is because it's a little bit easier on the knees usually than doing the front lunges. Once you've finished those lunges, make your way to the floor and we're going to do some core work. We're going to do some Otis Ups. So take the kettlebell in both hands, slight bend in the legs. We're going to sit all the way up to a straight line and then back down again. Really try and stretch the lats out, reach the kettlebell. Try not to swing the kettlebell to help you up. Try and crunch it up to the top if you can. Big stretch of the armpits, get the head in between the arms at the top. Straighten the upper back out as well when you get to the top. After these, we're on to some reaching leg raises. So reach up, pause at the top, and then go for your leg raises. You want your shins to come close to but not touching the kettlebell. You're staying up in that reaching crunch position for the whole 8 reps. And really important, when you lower your legs down, don't let your lower back arch off the mat, even if it means not going so far down. All right, you got 30 seconds off, and then we're going to repeat that. So we've got 3 rounds of this, and then we're going to change the exercises and do 3 shorter strength rounds. All right, so getting ready to go. Offset squat, 8 per side. After you've done this side, get ready for a smooth transition into single arm swings. Into the swings, alternating hands, hinging at the hip. After these, you're going to join both hands and go for the overhead swings for 8. And let's go now. Staying in a double hand position, we're going dead stops, same power, but put the brakes on the kettlebell, stopping it at collarbone height. You got 8 of these, and then we're going to go into the reverse lunges. Kettlebell up to your chest. If you're finding the reverse lunges too difficult, just get rid of the kettlebell and you can just do it body weight. Onto the floor now for some core work. We've got those Otis Ups, double hand, big reach, big stretch. Imagine you're reaching as far away from the floor as you can, stretching from your tailbone to the kettlebell up as tall as you can. And then we're on to the leg raises. So you're going to stay in that reaching crunch position, doing 8 leg raises. Focus as much attention on the way down as you do on the way up, trying to stop that back from arching off the mat. Well done, end of round 2. We've got one more round of that, and then we're going to do some more strength-based work. All right, let's get ready for the offset squats, 8 per side. Try and make sure that the weight's not skewing you off. You might find that your knees are collapsing into one side, so try and keep them even. So knees, hips, shoulders are all even height, despite the weight being off to one side. Getting ready for a smooth transition into the single arm swings, alternating arms. Next up, you're going to join both hands for the overhead swings. Make sure you're not overarching your lower back. Squeeze your glutes at the top. You're going to maintain the same level of power into the dead stops. And let's go. But then you're putting the brakes on, pulling back down with the lats. Going into the lunges now, so you can do body weight or kettlebell lunges. As you can see from this front view, I'm not letting the knee cave into the middle. Getting a nice low drop as well. Upright torso. Onto the floor for the Otis Ups. Big reach, sitting all the way up. Minimizing the amount of swing of the kettlebell. This can be done with straight legs as well if you've got nice and flexible hamstrings. And then reach up for the leg raises. Maintaining a really tight core, not letting any arch in the lower back at any point in the movement. All right, well done. 3 rounds done. Next up, we've got some strength work. We're going to do a standing kettlebell single arm strict press for 6 reps, straight into 6 push presses, and then you're going to do that on the other arm as well. We've also got a back exercise, a bent over row. We've got a tricep exercise, which can also be done lying on the floor if you find it too difficult behind your head, and some curls. So let's get ready for those standing strict press. So there's no legs for the first 6. It's just shoulder work only. And once you've done 6 like this, you're going to allow a little knee bend and shoot the second 6 up to the top. and the other side. Same again, 6 strict press into 6 push press. After this, we're going to go into some bent over rows. So we want to hinge at the hip, let the hamstrings take some stretch, flat back, getting as horizontal as you can. We're doing 12 reps an arm here. So you should feel the hamstrings stretching a bit. No rounding of the lower or upper back. 12 reps on one arm, 12 reps on the other arm. Feel free to tap the kettlebell gently on the floor in between reps as well. Hinging at the hip. Try and pull back towards the hip a little bit rather than pulling in a straight line up towards the chest. So we want to engage the lats, not just the traps near your neck. So you've got to pull back almost in a 45-degree angle. The next exercise is going to be a half kneeling tricep extension for 12 reps. If your kettlebell's too heavy, you can do this lying flat on your back as well. So if you're doing this version, you're going to drop the kettlebell down. I gently touch my back with the handle, keep the elbows squashed in tight. And if you can't do it, if your weight's too heavy, lie on your back, drop the kettlebell down towards just above your forehead, and then extend to the top. But if you can, try this kneeling variation. 12 reps, and then we're going to go into a double kneeling bicep curl. So I'm just grabbing the kettlebell by the sides, around the handle. Full stretch out at the bottom. Big mistake people make is just not going all the way down on this, and then squeeze your biceps at the top. Keeping full control of the core and the kettlebell. 12 reps. Good work. So there's one round done. So there's 12 reps of everything, but with that first exercise, we're splitting it into 6 strict, 6 push press. And remember, if that behind head kettlebell tricep extension is too heavy, just lie flat on your back, and you're going to drop the kettlebell handle, hinging at the elbow just above your forehead. All right, get ready for the strict press. Tight core, keep your glutes tense, don't arch your lower back. Make sure you're not pressing forwards, you should just be pressing up in a straight line with your bicep finishing close to your ear. Have some control in the dip, and then you can drive with power. So a little bit of control on the way down for the dip, and then you drive up nice and explosively for the 6 push press. And then switching arms, same again, 6 strict to 6 push press. If it's too easy and you don't need the push press, you could always just do 12 strict press. Next up, we've got the 12 reps per arm bent over row. If you're struggling to maintain a flat back or your lower back's getting too tired, you could put your other hand resting on a chair, sofa, or a box just to support yourself in that horizontal position whilst you still do the rows. Okay, into those behind head tricep extensions. Remember, elbows squeezed in tight, nice low drop, full extension at the top. If you can't do it, lie flat on your back, with your arms straight up, and then dip the kettlebell towards the floor just above your forehead. And then you'd extend back up to the top. Into the kettlebell curls. Tight core, try and keep your body as still as possible. Really squeeze your biceps hard on this, try and get some blood flowing to them. Full stretch at the bottom, tight squeeze at the top. "30 seconds off, and we've got a third and final round. Get ready for that strict to push press, 6 and 6. Into the bent over row, 12 rep per arm. Like I said before, if you want to lean the other hand on a chair, still staying in that horizontal back position, you can give your lower back a little bit of support while you do the row. Into those half kneeling tricep extensions. Try and get a big stretch behind your back and a full extension up to the top. Try not to flare your elbows out. Try and keep your glutes tucked away, minimize any arch in your lower back. Final exercise is going to be the kettlebell curl. Focus on trying to squeeze your biceps, get a good contraction at the top and then a good stretch at the bottom. At the end of the video, if you could hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. Also comment in the comments section with what kind of follow along videos you'd like to see more of, kettlebells, calisthenics or dumbbells, and I'll try and get some made for you.